Welcome back, everybody, to the Buddy Fun podcast series. My name is Jamie Burdish, and I'm here with Taylor Kempfer of the St. Louis Crisis Nursery. Taylor, thank you so much for joining us today. Can you first give us a brief overview of yourself and what you do with that organization?
Thanks for having me. So, I am the volunteer coordinator for the nursery. So, I am in charge of engaging all of our people who are wanting to help out in the community and making sure that they have a place within the nursery that they can feel like they're making a difference. And then I'm also in charge of all of the donations that come through our building.
Gotcha. So, what kind of things for viewers that need a little bit more background information? What does your daily routine kind of look like, and how have you kind of helped out kids throughout the community?
So, my daily routine, it starts with I come in, I work in an actual one of the nurseries. So I come in, I kind of greet the staff, I see what their needs are. And then what I'll do is I will find volunteers who will be able to come. They usually come once a week for about 2 hours or so um, at a time, and they come in and they assist the staff with just keeping the kids engaged and with any kind of various tasks that we have, if it's folding clothes or sorting diapers, things like that. So that's kind of what I'll do during the day. And then whenever we have groups of people who will donate diapers and wipes and clothes, I facilitate all of that.
So, what kind of things does the Buddy Fund? We have a kind of a partnership together. So, what kind of things does the Buddy Fund provide for your organization, and how does that benefit the people that go through that program?
Yeah, so the Buddy Fund gives us sports equipment for all of our kids, whether it be for our nurseries or for us to give out to our kids, which is awesome because a lot of our kids that we have at our specific nursery, it's actually pretty unsafe to be outside and shooting hoops or playing soccer outside. So when they come to our nursery, they finally get a chance to play outside. We have a playground that they're able to just kind of relax, let loose, and enjoy being a kid. So we love to have all of that sports equipment. I mean, seeing a 10-year-old boy's face light up when you're like, hey, you want to play a game of basketball, and they can finally relax and they can kind of take off the stress of what they were dealing with at home. um, it's super beneficial for our kids.
Yeah. So, I don't know how long you've been there, but what do you think is probably the most gratifying and what do you love most about going into work and seeing that these kids are able to, like you said, put a smile on their face and get that stress off their shoulders?
Yeah, so I've been here since November of 2020. So I started as an overnight staff member, and I would answer the hotline calls that we got every day. And typically, if somebody's calling at 3 o'clock in the morning, they're not in the best of situations. So it's really nice to see, going from that first call with the parent who's completely overwhelmed, who's like, I don't know what to do. Um, and I need to get my kids out of a situation, or I just, need a break or something like that, just whatever they have going on. It's great to be able to see from that first point of contact to when the kids get to our nursery and they're just so stressed out. Sometimes they're not really talkative, or they don't really want to interact much, and you go outside and you're like, hey, play with whatever you want, do whatever you want out here. If you want to kick your soccer ball, that's fine. If you want to throw the football, that's fine. um, and just being able to see just that transformation of them from the second that they get into our building to the second that they leave, it's truly heartwarming.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, I want to ask you one of the final questions is how can the viewers help you and this organization out? Can they volunteer like yourself, give back in some sort of way? But what would you suggest for the viewers out
So there's a couple different ways that we can interact with or engage with our community. Volunteering is a great way to do it. We have 4 locations that are open right now. Typically, we have 5, but one was closed due to the pandemic. And that stretches from Wentzville all the way into the city. So you are more than welcome to reach out if you would like to volunteer. If you are a business or if you just want to stage a community donation drive, we have tons of need for, just those basic household supplies, snacks, things that kids like. Um, and then we're also in the middle of a Pooper Troopers drive. If you're familiar with that organization, they are trying to collect enough diapers this month for um, our nursery to have enough diapers for the year. So we are working on that. That is at Aldi and Amazon. So we have lots of different ways to help. And if you have other ideas, I know we have had so many wonderful people that have reached out to us and they're like, hey, I have this idea. I think it'll really benefit the nursery. And it's something even we had never thought of. Those are amazing too. It really helps us to expand our organization and to reach our community better.
Awesome. So the last question I have, I like to end on you giving your final thoughts about what you think the partnership between the Buddy Fund and your organization means to our community. How is that helping community, not just today, but for our future?
Yeah, I think that just especially with our work that we do and how Buddy Fund fits into our nursery, being able to give those kids a sense of normalcy really helps set them up for growth and success in the future. I know that in my personal experience, being able to just do something with my hands, just be active in some way, it really helps relieve stress. And for kids, it's the same way. It's very therapeutic. And they'll be able to do that throughout their whole lives. So it's really important that our kids are set up for success and that they're able to have an outlet like that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, thank you so much, Taylor, for joining us. I really appreciate it. And thank you to the viewers for tuning in as well. As she said, there are so many different ways to volunteer and help out her organization. And we're trying to impact as many kids as possible. So feel free to reach out to her. I'll link their email and the website for St. Louis Crisis Nursery. But thank you all again for tuning in. And we'll be back with you guys very soon with another episode.